Like that. Go. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Aaron, I see you too.
Yes.
I'd already admitted Aaron. I hit it on accident instead of making him sit in the waiting room. So, Aaron, you just sit there patiently, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
602 O'Shea Man, man, so it's good to see everybody again. I just want to let y'all know that this is the second week of class. And Tuesday, we went over first person verbs, which was a fun shindig, if you will. And today, Daryl and I have been talking a little bit more about class and how we wanted things to go, but and we kind of decided on today kind of being a more vocal exercises. So I see Michaela and Cassandra, and that's good that I can see you. It's different than conventional learning methods, right? Usually we could see each other, we can gauge on if everybody's on the same page and all that good stuff. But so Daryl and I kind of decided that today kind of would be a more vocal exchange, vocal learning. We've learned the grammar of things. We've learned the sounds. We've done reading, or we've done writing. We've done reading a little bit, but today it's really going to be speaking a little bit more and also doing more of the reading aspect. It's good that everybody is on the same playing field with hijaz, hijichkis, hijis, things like that, right? But now we're going to take a little bit more shift and try to produce more conversational styles, right? So typically when people do Mvskoke classes, to do the basics, dog chases the cat, we're going to do all the colors, numbers, blah, blah, blah. But now we're going to do more into the speaking. Again, we can't produce a speaker in 4 weeks, but we can create a foundation for people to build their confidence and also a foundation to understand the language than 2 weeks ago, right? So today we're going to do some reading activities. And what that entails is I have some, I don't know what you want to call it, just a basic dialogue. And I'm gonna ask people to read. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And then we're gonna start that. Aboga Oja, are there any questions about what we're doing? Anything about Tuesday? If there's anything you forgot or didn't understand, if you have the question, speak now or forever hold thy peace. Hey. Any questions? Okay. So we're gonna do, so get your pens and papers ready. You can write these down, these reading activities, if you will. I'm not sure if everybody can see, I can see y'all, some of y'all. But anyways, the people I see is Sam, looking lovely today, like your earrings. And then Michaela, hey, she's trying to cover that camera. Kayla, like your hair. Okay, so I'm gonna, Sam and Michaela, is it all right if you do this first activity? Would you guys be willing to read these for us? Michaela has a head nod. Sam's like, what says Sam?
I was looking for my unmute button.
Oh, okay. So would you be willing, Sam?
I can give it a try.
All right, Mado. So Sam, you'll be person 2, and then Michaela, you'll be person 1. Okay. So just go through here, just read them, read your person, assigned person, and then we'll talk about the dialogue. Okay. Sound good? Okay. So person 1, take it away.
Estongo
Stunge sos Jinda.
and Hitigodos.
Good job.
Oh, Moe.
Dalino Babarandos.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Inga. Ayatlis.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Jahijatlis.
Good job. Good.
Oh,
Y'all did a good job reading that. So let's go over what y'all said. Michaela, she really tried to say that on this Jody. That girl, that's just Tylenol. Okay?
I know. I was like, is that Tyler?
But that's good. You added your Mvskoke twang to it. I love it. That's what we got to do. So let's talk about this. So person 1, Michaela said stongo. And again, going back to our introduction and stuff like that, that means how are you, said to one person. So Michaela asked Sam, how are you, right? And Sam said, Stongesos Jinda. Stongesos, I'm doing fine, okay? Stongesos. Notice how this is conjugated, is, Stongesos, Stonges, I'm fine. So remember Hejaz, Hecis, it resembles in the way that it ends in is. So referring to one person. Stongesos Jinda. And the good Lord said, Jinda means, what about you? Okay. Michaela said, Anhitligodos. That means I'm not feeling good or I'm not doing good. And in this context, she was aching or something else was hurting, but anhitligodos. That morpheme referring to me. Hitli, most of the time you'll hear hitli mahi, hitli, to be good, right? And then eagle, not good. So this one word has 3 morphemes. I, good, not. So I'm not doing good is essentially what it refers to. Anhiltigoros. And then Sam said, oh, muy, and that means really? This is I guess, famous Mvskoke phrase, muy, really? You can't believe it, or you didn't really hear something, or anything like that. You'll say muy. Sometimes you'll say moit, moit. Some people say moit, but muy. So Sam was saying, oh, really? You don't feel good? And Michaela said, Tylenol, or however you said it. Tylenol, Baba Honduras. Okay. Now, I'm sure some of you may have heard Istibaba. Has anybody heard Istibaba before? Istibaba, lion, right? But Baba is kind of an old word meaning to eat, okay? But in this context, Babida means to take, essentially to swallow. So she's saying, I'm going to take Tylenol. Tylenol, Baba Honduras, okay? Tylenol, Baba Honduras. And sometimes you'll see, I guess Baba Honduras just strictly refers to any medicine that you swallow. There's a word for swallow, but chahushit, I forget. It'll come to me. But Baba Honduras, I'm gonna take that, essentially what it means. But Babida means to eat. It's an older word. Istibaba, person eater. Okay. So Michaela said, I'm gonna take Tylenol. And then Sam replied, okay, Inga, ayaklis. I'm gonna go then. She's like, all right, you're taking that Tylenol, you do your thing, girl. See you later. Ayaklis. So she said, I'm going. So then she said, Chihijaflis, I'll see you whenever, basically. Okay. So that's what this short dialogue means. Okay. Are there any questions about any of the words, any of the phrases, context, anything like that? Aboga oja?
Well, I feel stupid for trying to pronounce Tylenol in Greek.
No, don't feel stupid. Tylenol. I don't even know if I spelled it right, but Tylenol.
I knew
Diet.
what you were saying. So good. I knew what you were saying.
Good. Did anybody recognize any of these words prior to this?
Yes.
Good. Inga. Okay. Bache, Sam and Michaela. Now we're going to move on to another reading activity. Okay. Now I see Arlene and Teresa are on my screen. Would you fine ladies be willing to read these dialogues for us?
Okay.
Arlene says yes.
Yes,
Read it.
Okay, good. Muddo.
I want the easy ones.
Okay, so Arlene, you can be person 3, and then Teresa, you could be person 4. Sound good? Okay.
Yes.
Inga. So whenever you're ready, Arlene.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hootie Ella Getchka.
Good.
Ahistongo.
Stowaway 6. Wait, Stowaway 6 Jinda.
Nioi Nuewa Georgia.
Good.
Mongo Unjugo.
Moano Chi.
Oh, wait.
Wait, Arlene, person 3, we're on Mongol.
That's me, right? Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Mongo Unjugo. The Logida.
Good.
Os.
Yeah, good job. And then Teresa.
Moano Chihi Chopes.
Good job. Good job. That was real good. Both of y'all. Mache.
Murdo.
Mayachkis. That was real good reading. So, hey, Lachawankis. Okay, so person 3, Arlene said, Hudi Allah Gichka, Allah Gichka. Okay, notice y'all, there's this H here. That is a morpheme specifying the time. Allah Gichka, saying, did you just arrive? Hudi means just like just now. Hudi. So Hudi Allah Gichka. Hudi Allah Gichka. So Arlene asked, did you just show up here? And Teresa replied, Ihi stongo. So she said, yes. She didn't have to say Ihi hadithalakes. She just said yes. And as you get along and talk Istajari, you'll find that some people are going to talk longer than others, and some of them just real to the point. So that's what we're going to be. Ihi stongo. Didn't even say she just showed up. She just said yes. So she said, yes, how are you? And Arlene replied, Stoesics. That was good pronunciation, Arlene. Stoesics. Jinda. Mahi Stoesics nagidowa. Naganoga.
Stoics means nothing's wrong. Muy do.
Yeah, I've heard nothing's wrong or like nothing really. I guess kind of anything like that connotation, but don't go.
Yeah.
So Stoesics, like, I'm fine. You could say it in replace of Stongo, Stongezos, but Stoesics. Some people will just say Stoesics. They'll take that S off. But the full word is Stoesics. But again, as you find out, we'll start cutting words. Stoesics. And then again, we know Chinda means and you. And then Teresa said, Anio She said, me too. So anio means me too. Anio, me too. If any of you have seen Family Violence's, one of their shirts, it says anio for the Me Too movement. Anio, me too. Me as well. Anio, anio. And then she said, Wiwa Jiaja. She's asking, do you want water? Do you want water? So we got to get our Mvskoke minds thinking. So if we wanted to say, do you want Dr. Pepper? How would you say, do you want Dr. Pepper? Anybody want to take a crack at that one?
Dr.
you can say
Pepper Giaja.
Good. Dr. Pepper Giaja. So what that means is the subject, the Dr. Pepper, will come first, or whatever you're asking them about, right? So you have to name that and then ask, do you want? Okay. So name whatever you're offering and then say, do you want? Jiaja. Wiwa jiaja or owa. You can also say owa. Same thing. Water. Do you want water? Owa jiaja. Okay. And Arlene said, Mongo. Again, she didn't say, I don't want. She just said, Mongo. There's a lot of ways you could say no. Mongo. Monks. And then Mahi's favorite way of saying no. Magi. Madongo. Higos. Now this is right here. Higos. It's an old word. Not very many people say that. Higos. I know Sam Proctor used to say that a lot. Kind of that bunch. Higos. Higos means no as well, but it's kind of a more hell no type thing. Like, nah, I don't want that, or like, no, bye, type like that. Like, Higos. Sometimes you might hear that if someone's doing something they're not supposed to be doing, say Higos. Like, that essentially mean like quit. But those are the three different ways you could say no. There's a Mongo dos, you could say Mongo dos. There's a bunch of different ways, but Mongo is what we're using, essentially meaning no. Okay, and then Arlene, she did very well with this too. Anchogo, salakida, ositos. Anchogo, salakida, ositos. Everybody say that with me. Anchogo, salakida, ositos. Hadam magax. Anchogo, salakida, ositos. Okay, that means it is time for me to go back to my house. Time for me to go back home, to my home. Anchogo salakida ositos. Okay, so you can say this if you're ready to go, or if you don't want to go somewhere, you can say it's time for me to go back. Okay, anchogo. Everybody knows chogo means house. My house, anchogo. Talakida. Here's a verb, y'all. Talakida. Talakida. That means to go back. To go back. Talakida. But just for one person. One person, talakida. Talakida. And again, this is one of those verbs that it changes with, depending on how many people you're talking about. If it was two people, talahogoda. Talahogida. Talakida. And then ositos. Ositos, that means it's time. Ositos, it's time for something. So, with our great Mvskoke minds, how would you say it's time to eat? Anybody want to take a crack at that one? How would you say it's time to eat? You could say hombakste, you all come eat. But you could also say hombida ositos. Hombida ositos. It is time to eat. Literally, that's the literal English translation. Time to eat. And you could even say, instead of anchogo, you could say, I don't know, talakida ositos. It's time for me to go back. You're not saying where you're going back, but you're going back somewhere. Let's say, mahi pohas. We boxy, doich kinoa. My guess. Ohonai togoji salakida oslito. With boxy, that means if your stomach's hurting, got the bubble guts, got diarrhea or something like that. We're making it, this is what you call relevant Mvskoke curriculum. You know, after eating dafamboji or some komoksi sofki, boy, you might have to say, hey, now you better pull over to the side of the road. Togoji salakida oslito. I need to go back to the bathroom. Okay? So you can change up the place. The place. You can say,
Holdenville, I get school.
hey, love.
Amen.
You can name the place, the town. Let's say, Hannah, America, the Lakirado State. It's time to go back to Hannah. Okay, so you can change that, the place, the Lakida. So, you know, you can play around with that phrase. Okay. And then, let's see. Teresa said, Moano. I don't think I have it up there. Moano. Moano means like, okay. But just like in conversation, Moano, you know, we have Inga, like, okay. That's kind of saying like, if someone said, I just did this, or I'm gonna do this, or we will do this, you would kind of say Inga. But if someone's making a statement, like that boy just sat down or something, you say, Moano. It's kind of like you're acknowledging it, just saying, okay. Now there's a lot of variations of this one too. Oano. You can also see Moan and Oan. Those are the four that I know. You know any more, Chima? Okay. Moan, Oano, Moano, Oan, all the same thing. And then as you all know, Chihi Joslis, I'll see you. Okay. Chihi Joslis, I'll see you. So Moan, so, you know, if you have a, I don't know, if someone said the food's ready, you could say Inga, or you could say Oano. Just like, okay. Inga. Let's see. Okay, Oboga Oja. Are there any questions? We all getting this now?
What does that mean right there?
Which is- Osheitos means it's time. It is time for something. Osheitos. Okay. It is time. And you can replace this with any verb. We can put any verb in there. Jump, eat, sing, learn, pray, dance, anything like that. You can just put Mikusabida Osheitos. It's time for us to pray, or it's time to pray. Or Agosida, it's time for us to clean. So Osheitos means it's time for an activity or anything like that. Inga, Hadam, Aboga Oja. Are there any more questions? Okay. Now on my screen, Jasmine B just pulled up to the scene. Beep beep. And then I also see Louisa. So for person 5, Jasmine, would you be willing to be person 5?
Yeah, I can do it.
Inga. And then Louisa, would you be person 6?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Mado. Whenever you're ready, Jasmine.
Okay. Uktuji, stongo.
Donkando is Jinda.
Hosni Aslis. Nagin esto wikcha.
Mvskoke Obagana Githado is
Good job.
Mache, Miji Mungus.
Inga Mado.
Beautiful. That was a good job, y'all. I love y'all's accent too. What did it say? Hoktoji. Okay. Hoktoji. So Usually, if you don't know someone's name or something, you could just say Hokti, Hoktaji, Chaban, Chabanoji. So that's kind of a blanket statement for whoever you're talking to. So we know Stongo, how are you doing? Okay, this is another way to say I'm all right. Tongo does. Tongo does. So we know does means I am. Tongon, tongon. So think of it as is tongon. Okay, there's another way you could say this. Tongon does. Tongon does. Jenda. We all know that means what about you? And then we get into inhonli. Y'all like this one. Inhon. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Inhonli. Madawa, mahi. Inhonli. Now y'all really gotta listen up for this word. Inhonli. Sometimes the more elders they'll be talking about you. Inhonli aslas. Inhonli means to be lazy. Inhonli, to be lazy. Inhonli aslas. Aslas means I go about. So it's saying, I've been lazy. Inhonli aslas. Inhonli aslas. So you're just saying, I'm kind of lazy, like, been watching Netflix, been reading, not doing much type thing. Now, as we get further along into our studies, I will learn how to say, this is a type 2 verb. Inhonli, it's a state of being, right? To be lazy, you have to be in that state of laziness. So this would be conjugated a whole different way. But again, that's type 2, much harder. We'll get to it. Nagin istoichka. Nagin istoichka. Amoga magax. Nagin istoichka. Everybody say that with me. Nagin istoichka. It means, what are you doing? I believe we went over this, but if not, what are you doing? Nagin istoichka. Nagin istoichka. But that's only to one person. You can also see Nagin istoichka. Adam oja mahi. Madi gusta. Just those two. Nagin stoichka, nagin stoicha. Just now, this is only said to one person. Remember that. Only said to one person. So just a person A, person B. A and B is having a conversation. Okay. Nagin stoichka, nagin stoicha. Subtle difference, but they both mean, what are you doing? Louisa said, Mvskoke obonaga kithet toes. I am learning the Mvskoke language. I am learning the Mvskoke language. Now, mind you, this sentence is kind of written out long way, but again, we want to expose everybody to the different ways that you can write things and say things. Mvskoke obonaga kithet toes. I am learning the Mvskoke language. Now we learned Tuesday that we can also do this, and it means I am learning. Oops, he says, means I am learning. Mvskoke obonaga says, I am learning Mvskoke. Okay, so I am learning Mvskoke. And then Jasmine Buckley said, Machi. Machi. This is a Mahi Maabonechtos. Abonejas. Machi.
Machi is similar to like Hitlimahi, so really good or great. You'll hear Machi or diabetes, sound like diabetes, but Machi is you just say that whenever you're just saying something's good. You're approving it, I guess. Machi. I hear that a lot from my Uncle Beanie, but when we're working, I'll do something, he'll say Machi. That's all that means.
Mm-hmm. Well, diabetes. Yada, nakadawa. Malapomersin?
Yeah.
Yeah. They mean the same thing, Machi and diabetes. Yeah. Mundo as Miji Mongas. Okay, this is a neat little phrase. Miji Mongas. This means keep doing what you're doing. Miji Mongas. And it's only said to one person. Miji Mongas. Mijida, you know, to do. And then Mongas, you keep doing. So it's a command to one person. Miji Mongas. That's you keep doing. So you could say, Kishlida Mongas or Kishli Mongas. Keep learning. Means the same thing. So again, you can replace your whatever you're talking about. Mongas, mongas. You know, keep doing something. Mijimongas. So that's kind of like words of encouragement, I guess you'd say, to one person. You're telling them, all right, keep it up. Inga. Everybody knows what Inga means. Inga, maro. Inga, maro. Okay. Are there any questions about any of these phrases? Any of these phrases? Oh, I think I have, here's a list of all the new phrases that we've learned. Any questions? Aboga ujachka. Again, there's dialect. Again, there's different ways you could say things. Are there any questions? So I want to encourage everybody to incorporate these when they're going about their daily lives. I'm sure many people have siblings or kids, nephews, somebody in the house. So you can always ask, Nagin Stowichka. I do that all the time too. My nephews, my dog, my dad, I'm always asking, what are you doing? You know, and it's a good way to incorporate it in just your everyday life, because then it becomes a habit. Then everybody knows what you mean. Nagin Stowichka. Okay. And even Minjimongas, you can use that too. Telling someone you're doing good. Jiaja, that's another thing. You're asking if you want salt, you want to go somewhere. You know, we all have wants, we all have desires. You can ask these. Do you want Jiaja? Okay, so try to incorporate Jiaja and Nagin Stoichka. I would ideally incorporate all of them, but you know, these are more easily to put inside your daily life and make it a common phrase. Hadam Nagin Abuka Ujachka man. Segundo nua man. Nagin immediately Maki. No, this sucks. Okay. Let's see, what do I got down here? Again, if this is in the Google Doc that I've sent to, I hope everybody, I know Cassandra and somebody else, I have to resend it. But that's in there. But let me go down to a new thing. Page, no. Do y'all have, so this short class was intended or is intended for only 4 weeks, which means we're at the halfway point. So we've already been 2 weeks in, last week and then this week. And so I definitely wanted to reach out to you guys and ask, what do you like about this class? What can we do better? What direction do we want to go in? Because I mean, there's lots of different things that we can do, but we want to ensure that everybody feels comfortable in what we're teaching, saying that we're doing it right or we're doing it wrong, or, you know, we want to see what everybody's thoughts are. So, Asaka, if you have anything you want to say, tell us. I'll write that down. Hila.
Jay,
Yes.
can we say those? Can we say those phrases again?
Yeah, we can say those again. Or pumanayos. Let me write this down. Pumanayos. Pumanayas. Really good pumanayos. If you have an opinion, a shaka is kind of like an opinion. Opinion. Let us know. Now I know Mvskoke people. We got lots of opinions. People, places, things, food. So I know y'all got opinions. So you just just tell us. But keep those in mind, and we're gonna go over these phrases real quick. Hadite. New phrases. Bam, there it is. Anhilgoros, I'm not well. Tylenol or any medicine that you take. Baba Handoes, I'm going to take or I will take. Ayashis, I'm going. Don't know where you're going. You just know that you're leaving. Chihijashis, I will see you some other time in the future. I will see you in the future. Hari Allah Gichka. Did you just show up? Did you just show up? Arrive. Hari Allah Gichka. Now you really have to make that H known, okay? And once we get into our past tense, you'll see why. You'll see why this is important, that you enunciate the H. Hari Allah Gichka. Most people don't really use that anymore. They kind of, it's hard to hear. But Allah Gichka, we're trying to bring that back. Madongo Mahi. The H and the I and the Y, or IY, Madawa. But Allah Gichka, that means seconds ago, did you just show up? Hari Allah Gichka. Stoizics, nothing much. Jiaja. Man, Yangi, Arlene, when I came to your house, you said chicken jiaja. That was good, incorporating it into the household. Anchogo talakida. Talakida. This is talakida. 3 syllables. Ki, or I guess 4 really. Talakida. Make sure you enunciate both of those K's. Talakida. Ofitos. Talakida. It is time for me to return back to my home. Stongesos or Tongondoes. I'm fine. I'm doing good, doing well. In Honsley Asas, I'm going about lazily. I feel lazy. I'm not doing much. I'm just being lazy. Nagid Stoichka. Nagid Stoichka. Sometimes you'll hear Nagid Stoichka. Nagid Stoichka. Again, just taking off some of these letters. Mvskoke obonaga kisida does. I am learning, I guess, the Mvskoke language. Mvskoke obonaga kisida does. Machi, that's good, very well, beautiful, etc. It's a good sentiment. And then Miji Mungus, keep it up. It's a word of encouragement. Miji Mungus. Miji Mungus. Okay. Was that good, Arlene? Tayyiba, was that good? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
What'd you say? Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said, was that good? Going back over?
Yes. Mado.
Okay. Iga.
Machi.
No. Hadalaga man. We're back to what we were doing. We're at the halfway point. 6:40. But do y'all have any? I know y'all got opinions. Just say if we're doing all right. If there's something else you want to do, anything like that.
Mutto for taking the time out and teaching us. I really enjoyed the activity that we had today.
Inga, mache, chebobonaga, mache. That's good to hear that. So we say thank you. Anything y'all want to do differently? Anything you want us to do differently? more conversations, more reading?
I think it would be good if we would do more activities where we had to form our own sentences, like,
Mm.
you know, blah, 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 I don't know. Just using simple dog ate or eats, blah, blah, blah. And also, this is kind of specific to me, but it might be helpful to other people. I think reading also helps a lot, even if you don't really know what it translates to. I think it's because you'll come across words that are used commonly for like in sentences, and so after you read it for a while, you'll understand like what those words mean, help you understand context better, and like how you use context to determine what a sentence is saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Wait, said it again. So I got translate, but then you said like reading activities, more reading activities.
Yeah. Like that one book you have with all the old stories in it.
Oh, that book. Mahi man chuka holated manoga. Man so ohonaga sauge man oji gundo. More reading activity. Okay. Mache. And Kafko. Jasmine, my honey, hey Jazz. I see you, girl. Good to see you. You got something?
Yeah, I would say I like how you express like the different dialects and like the history of words. Dang, I look sick. Anyway, I'm not sick though. I just lighting is bad. Anyway, but yeah, I like that. How you put the history on it, and then like Mahi gives his, you know, how he learned it, and then how you learned it, and the different meanings and stuff. That's pretty cool because it helps me remember. It makes me associate it with stuff.
Mm-hmm. Inga. So, and you said more like histories and what now? Chaho Sipates.
Do what?
You said more like words that like telling the history of the words and
yeah, like the history of the words and the different dialects and stuff like that, and then like how Mahi's given it, you know, like how he grew up, and then how where you grew up saying it and stuff like that.
Yup. Inga, Miji, please. Mahi's funny. He's texting me. Man, Hijichka, Hijachka. Dog eat cats. Magi at least. Magi.
Dang.
Oh, we text all the time. Anyways, yeah, mija please, magirundo. Man ohonayada nagido obonaga hayadin. Ma ohodalaga miji please, magirundo. We'll make our own sentences. We'll do some more readings. The history of words, I find that interesting. Mahi has the Hannah privilege, so he got a lot of fluent speakers down yonder, and close with Rosemary, so she knows a lot of these histories too about the words. And again, we always want to get those dialects in there because you never really know. Our dialects change, right? My dialect has changed. Everybody's dialect's going to change eventually as time goes along. That's just how the world works. So we're trying to express those because you might hear somebody from Hannah say something differently than someone from Wetumpka. So, you know, it's good to know what they're saying. Is there anything else we could do?
I like your activities today.
Good. We're glad to hear that. So maybe now we're going to start focusing more into, I also want to say that it's good to see everybody's, you know, most people's faces. I think that helps us a little bit more to kind of gauge, you know, if you don't understand, you can make I don't understand this face, or, you know, if you do, okay, yeah, I get that. So that kind of helps us too. And I like hearing people talk. And that's what Daryl and I talk a lot about. Madongo, you know, people can learn it, but they don't speak it. That's one of the things that we always have that internal angst, if you will. You know, we can teach these things, but does it really help people speak? So we want everybody to be speaking, and at least increase their awareness to this. So I think what we're gonna do is kind of shift now and do more reading activities. Perhaps we'll stop speaking as much and you guys will start speaking more. Now I know we've only laid the foundation, but we can still do these readings and make our own sentences. So next week we're gonna go into sentence structure. We're gonna do sentence structure and then we'll go from there. Any questions, comments, concerns? We're gonna end a little early because Hari Home Biguros. So Talawi Hari.
Hey Jay,
Yes.
this is Cassandra.
Oh,
I was thinking maybe like with some of the people since they're in quarantine, you know, like Louisa, Suda, and I are here together, and there's other people that are close together in housing. Maybe they could come up with like a skit to like show and tell, I guess, like their own phrases within their home, like kind of 6 sentences or something like that, like how you just did. But maybe something that we're talking about, like, and then we could present it. Like, doesn't have to be every class, but maybe if anybody wants to like show in, let's get.
Yeah, well, we can definitely do that. I think that's good because, you know, we're all separated now, but eventually we're all going to come together, whether you like it or not. Whether it's at a meeting or something, we're all going to see each other, and it's, again, we want to create this community of speakers and people that can understand and hear and speak. So if we can make our own sentences, I know that's one of the frustrations that Daryl and I had with going to classes and things like that. We do the same sentences over and over, but that doesn't teach you how to speak. That just teaches you how to be a robot, you know? We can always say dog eats cat, dog chases this, blah, 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 but we're not learning how to make our own and say what we want to say. And I think what you're talking about, Cassandra, is good because even if it's not a skit, you know, we can do some sort of interactive activity after all this has passed. And I like that idea. Maybe that'll be a last project. Wink, wink, but we'll see. But I like that because, you know, we have to start making our own sentences, and that's what language class is doing. Yes, we're teaching, but we're empowering you. Let me get on my Mvskoke Youth Council second speaker soapbox, eh? But we really are empowering you to, you know, learn and to have this desire, because not everybody learns this. Not everybody has the privilege to learn this. So we want to empower you guys to go out and make your own sentences and talk to one another and talk to elders and stuff like that. So I like these ideas. So when we meet back up Monday, it's going to be harder. We want it to be harder. I feel like everybody's on the same level in terms of we all agreeing and stuff like that. So now we have to, Daryl and I have to step our game plan up and make it not harder, but more difficult to where we can increase our knowledge and stuff like that. So, in God. Well, it's good to see everybody, and how you want? 6 boys. Daryl, Bonai Hanata.
A book of OJs.
Inga.
No, I mean OJs. Michaela. Book of OJs.
Oh, Jasmine had an opinion to say.
Fine. Go ahead. Move on.
Well, just tell us.
No, somebody already said it.
Oh, Hela. Okay. All right then. Well, we'll see y'all Monday. Okay. So, Hadam Chihijahlis. Hadam Chihijakalis.